Hello and welcome to Friday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic. There should have been a crossword video earlier. I don't actually know that there was because I'm recording this before I record the crossword video. I have a jolly busy day today. And I haven't. So anyway, that's what's happening. But the puzzle on the screen, as you can no doubt see, is a Fog of War Sudoku by MD88 Keys. For whom? Well, this is a debut on the channel for with me solving. Mark has solved MD88 Keys' puzzles before, I think a couple of them, but this is the first one that the testers have suggested I have a go at. It's called Limitations 8. And the reason it's been suggested to have a go at this is we got some terrific recommendations to have a look at this. Apparently it is absolutely wonderful. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having a go. The eagle-eyed amongst you will spot that this is an 11 by 11 grid, which means that it's a so-called deconstruction puzzle. We're going to have to work out where the 3 by 3 boxes live in this grid. There are going to be 9 of them, but we don't know as yet where they're going to go. And I think this has 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty on Logic Masters and a wealth of really rather lovely comments. So we're in for a treat, and that is good news. And that's the idea of the channel, to provide you with a puzzling treat every day. My phone is buzzing. That's fine. Now, before we kick off, what can I tell you about apart from the crossword video? I can tell you over on Patreon, we have our monthly competition running, don't we? Which is the labours of... why is my screen moved about again? I don't understand computers. Well, it's called the Labours of Rostam. 7 puzzles themed on the Persian hero. Hundreds and hundreds of you have actually managed to finish the whole thing already, and thousands of you have had at least a go at it. So do have a go. Do keep plugging away. You've got until the 20th of August, so loads and loads of time. And the prize, as with our competitions recently, is the chance to make or to solve a puzzle with me, which hopefully some of you might look forward to. Anything else to mention over on Patreon? Not sure. There's loads of extra content over there, so do check it out. It's our puzzle club, and we are very, very proud of it. Let's do birthdays, of which I've also got some of those to announce today. Let's firstly start with Alex. Alex, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your wife Christina wrote to us and told us, I think, that you've started setting puzzles. I think the testers have got at least one of yours. And you might construct under Refrigerator. Is that right? Refrigerator. And I understand you're going for sushi to celebrate your birthday. Well, sushi is my favourite food. Well, it's my favourite food that doesn't involve chocolate cake. So my favourite serious food. And I think Christina is baking something delicious for you, which is hopefully going to be chocolate cake. So Alex, you may get the perfect meal today, and I wish you many happy returns. Next, we will go to Cape Town, my favourite city on planet Earth, where Nicola, it's your birthday. And I know this because your partner Trudy wrote to us and told us that you were born, this is an amazing date to be born, on the 8th of the 8th, 88, let's say 88, so we can keep the run of 8s going. I don't think your actual age today involves an 8. It will do. Perhaps it will do next year. But Nicola, many happy returns. Well, from Trudy and from your fur babies, Nina and Oliver. And I gather chocolate cake is on the menu, so enjoy that. And, well, yeah, and what a city you live in. I haven't actually been to Cape Town for a few years now, but I used to go every year, and I just thought it is the most magnificently beautiful city. You cannot believe how beautiful it is. Anyway, brings back nice memories. Now next, I don't know where the twins Tom and Jim are, but I do know that they've turned 30 today, and I know this because Tom's boyfriend Harry wrote to us and said the two of you watch, I think, and so Tom and Jim watch, and and that you might like a shout out. Well, I hope that's true. And I gather you've been watching Blueprints. Now, we've had a bit of a hiatus, haven't we? It's been difficult for the last month or so with it being sort of holiday season. Either I've been away or Mark's been away. Mark's been away this week. But I have hopes next Monday, maybe. Next Monday. Keep your fingers crossed. There might be a new Blueprints stream then. Yeah, so happy birthday to Tom and Jim. Now, that's all the news. Let's have a look at Limitations 8. I wonder why it's called 8. Limitations 8. Oh, it might be a series of puzzles, actually. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Anyway, it's called Limitations 8 by MD88 Keys. These are the rules of the puzzle. Place 9 3x3 box regions in the grid without overlapping. So, I mean, that might be one. This might be one, etc. I've got to put 9 of them in. All clue cells must be included in a box region. So I think what that means is that every cell that contains sort of a bit of office furniture, like those quadruple clues or this green line, has to be in one of these boxes. And then we have to fill all cells outside of regions with 0 for the solution check when we finish the puzzle. Well, I hope we get to that point. Place the digits 1 to 9 in each region. So each of the 3x3 boxes has to have the digits 1 to 9 once each in them. And digits may not repeat in a row or column. So this is where this can get tricky. So imagine these two. These were 2 of the 3x3 boxes. Then you can see that it's not actually possible to put another 3x3 box into rows 3, 4 and 5. There's not space for it. And therefore you can't put the digits 1 to 9 in row 3, but you have to just put some of them in such that they don't repeat. So that's an important part of deconstruction puzzles. Now, right. So then we've got this new constraint rule coming in. So digits do not repeat on quad circles or on any same coloured line or same coloured dot for the purposes of the rules below. So basically there's going to be 8 different constraints listed in a minute, and you can't repeat a digit on a constraint. So let's say that under the fog there was, let me try and draw a green, there was a green line there. This green line could contain no digits that appeared on this green line. Oh, look at those black dots. Those 2 black dots there, whatever's on that cannot be on that as well. We've got to make sure, we've seen this a lot recently. It's a rule set I really like, but basically we can't repeat digits on a constraint. Now, there are a lot of constraints. I hope I will be able to, when I come to construct the video, I obviously have to put the instructions onto the screen. And when we get a lot of rules, that can be tricky indeed. So I hope I've achieved it. If I haven't, I might have to refer you back to the video description. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So the constraints in the puzzle are: the 4 digits in a quad circle appear in the 4 surrounding cells. So those cells are 1, 2, 6 and 9, but we don't know the order. These are 3, 4, 7, 5. Box borders divide a blue region sum line into segments with the same value. The value of a segment is the sum of its digits. So this is going to be hard to show, isn't it? Let's see if we can do it. So let's say that was a box, and this is a box, and let's say that the blue line goes like that and like that. Then I think what we're saying is that those 3 digits, you add, well, we're saying 2 things actually. We're saying those 3 digits sum to the same as these 3 digits. We're also saying, though, that you can't repeat a digit on that blue line anywhere, which is going to be an additional thing that we're going to have to think about. Now, hang on, I've got to get rid of all of this putative stuff. Now, next rule. A purple Renban line, so we can't even see a purple Renban line, contains a set of consecutive digits in any order. So if this was a line and I won't put it in large in case it is correct, but this was a 1, then this would have to be the digits 2 and 3, but they don't have to be in order. We can 1, 3, 2 would be fine. Just make sure they're consecutive, and obviously nothing repeats on a Renban line. Adjacent digits on a green German whisper line have a difference of 5 or more, so that's normal. If that can't be a 1 because that's not in the quadruple clue. Let's say that was a 1, then this digit has to be at least a 6, because it must be at least 5 different from 1. So in theory it could be 6, 7, 8 or 9, although the quadruple clue will have something to say about that. Adjacent digits on a red line alternate parity, so they'll go odd, even, or even, odd. So if, if this is a parity line and we worked out this square was even, then this would also be even, and these two would both be odd. There's still more. There's still three more constraints. Adjacent digits along a grey sequence line have the same difference. Separate lines may have different differences. So if this was a line and it went 1, 3, 5, this would obviously be 7 to make sure that the difference of 2 was preserved. Black dots connect cells in a 2-to-1 ratio, which means one of these digits is double the other. So if this was 2, this is either going to be 4 because 4 is double 2, or 1 because 2 is double 1. And then finally, white dots, there is one actually, there's one there. White dots connect consecutive digits. So if this was a 3, this square would either be 2 or 4 to be consecutive with 3. The grid is partially covered in fog. Placing correct digits may clear the fog somewhere in the grid, so it's dynamic fog as well. Lots of rules, but nothing out of the ordinary. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, whenever you start one of these deconstruction puzzles, it's very important if you know a trick. Now, the trick is to do with these cells. Now, these pink cells, purple cells that I've just highlighted, in fact I don't even know, so I'll make them green. These green cells have to be in one of the 3x3 boxes. And you may say, hang on, why? And that's fine, because I'm going to tell you. The reason that each of these is going to be in a 3x3 box in the puzzle, so it's not going to be one of the cells that has to contain a 0, is to do with the pigeonhole principle. So we are told that we have to put 9 3x3 boxes into this puzzle, and I invite you to try and place a 3x3 box in the puzzle without overlapping one of those green cells. You'll find you can't do it. Wherever you decide to put a 3x3 box, it will overlap one of these green squares. The other thing that's interesting is it will only overlap one of the green cells. It's impossible, even if you try to get it to touch another one, it just doesn't reach. So we know that when we're going to put a 3x3 box in, it will definitely overlap with exactly one and only one of these green cells. And so each of these green cells must be in the puzzle, because we are going to end up putting 9 9 3x3 boxes in the puzzle, and each 3x3 box can only overlap with one of these green squares. So it's an interesting proof, because it's a proof where, if you like, we know the answer. So I'm testing whether it is the case that these particular cells have to be in the 3x3 boxes, and showing that yes, they do. Now let's pick a slightly less aggressive version of green. So we know that all those greens are in the puzzle. We also know from the instructions that anything that has grid furniture in office furniture, anything that has grid furniture is in the puzzle. So those are all in the puzzle. Yeah, that's actually immediately interesting. This cell must be in the puzzle, mustn't it? Because it's connected to the white dot. So those are all in the puzzle. I think this is in the puzzle. because it's got grid furniture going into it. Now, how could this cell in the corner not be in the puzzle? If that's not in the puzzle, this is in the puzzle. It's in a 3x3 box, and these two cells on the right hand side of the grid couldn't be in a 3x3 box, so that's not going to work. So I think, oh, I know what I want to do. I think this is our first 3x3 box, and I'm going to outline in the grid I'm going to firstly outline the grid, and I'm secondly going to outline the first box that we've discovered. Oh, that cell must be in 3. That's interesting, because obviously this blue line, we don't know where it's going, but it's going there and it's going there. And therefore this is in a 3x3 box, so all 3 of those must be in a 3x3 box. And given that this is part of a 3x3 box, so must this be. Otherwise this region wouldn't be 3x3, would it? We don't know whether that one is or that one is, but one of those things is true, so I suppose we could do, oh, change the colours, so I suppose that's true. Now, okay, so what do we do with this? It's not immediately obvious, is it? I'm trying not to sneeze now. Hay fever's getting me. No! Let's put the digits in around the quadruple clues. Yeah, that black dot is forced now, I think. Black dot digits can never be 5s, 7s or 9s. And the reason for that is because one of the digits has to be double the other. If you halve 5, 7 and 9, you don't get integers, and if you double them, you don't get Sudoku numbers. So 5, 7 and 9 are not possible to put on black dots. So the only option I think for this is 4, 8, and these squares are 5, 7. Oh no, hang on. I'm going to back out of that. I mean, actually, yeah, I was sort of right, but for the wrong reason. I didn't realise I could have put 3 on the black dot, but I can't actually, because that would make it 3, 6, and the 6 is hypothecated to the 2x2. So this is 4, 8 still. These squares are 3, 5 and 7. Let's just stare at that. Is that doing something with this blue line? Thing is, that's going into the fog, and we don't know if the line is continuing, and it could indeed be quite a long line, couldn't it, if it goes into other boxes. Okay, I'm going to go down here then, because that one is 3, 4, 5, 7, but what are we putting onto this black dot? That's rather quite clever. Not of me, I hasten to add. It's good setting, because this black dot, well, we just said you can't put 5 or 7 on a black dot. So this is 3 or 4. Well, it's not 4. I've already put 4 on a black dot, so I think that's a 3. This is a 3, 6 pair. Whoa. Oh, here we go. We've got loads of things have just happened there. We can't put 5 on a German whispers line, because 5... if you put 5 on it, this digit has to be 5 different from 5 at least, and if you go up you get double digit numbers, and if you go down you get 0 or negative numbers. But now all of this has to be, this is all clue stuff, isn't it? All of those cells have got greened. That must be green, because otherwise this couldn't be in a 3x3. Actually, I'm not so sure about that. Well, I'm sure about everything I've done. I was wondering whether I knew what this cell was. I've noticed one thing about this, which is probably not brilliant, but I will tell you it. I've got 8 cells of green lines now. Now, given what I just said about 5 not being you just simply cannot put 5 on a green line, I have to put all the other digits on here. Oh, wait, no, I've got something much easier than that. What am I putting on this black dot? I've got a 4, 8, a 3, 6, and I can't put 5, 7 or 9 on it. That's got to be a 1, 2 pair. Ooh. Well, now now presumably we do oscillation, do we, along this green line here? So we've already revealed one of the great secrets of green lines, which is that they can't have 5 on. Now the interesting thing then is to realise that any digit you put on a green line either has the property of being below 5 or above 5. And the crucial thing to realise is you can't put 2 of the same type next to each other. So if this was higher than 5, this can't also be higher than 5. Because the furthest those can be apart is 6 and 9, and they are not 5 apart, they're only 3 apart. So as soon as you get the sort of polarity, if you like, of this cell, we know this cell must be the other way. It must be higher than 5. It can't actually be 6 either, because that would cause this to be a 1 and this to be a 1. 6 only partners up with 1 on a whisper because it's the only Sudoku digit that's at least 5 different from it. So, well, this is low. That's... oh, yeah, well, there's more going on. There's more going on. Okay, let's look over here now at this green cell. If that's 4, that has to be 9. Because, again, 4 is a bit like 6. It's so-called monogamous across the green lines. It only has one Sudoku digit that's at least 5 different from it, and that is 9. If this is 7, this is 1 or 2. I mean, we don't actually know that this is all in a 3x3 box, though, do we? So we might have to be careful about anything we might assume in that regard. Yeah, no. Yes. Okay, let's go back to the green lines as a collective. Because what we know is that these green lines contain the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, where's 6? That is just, actually, that's probably the simplest way. I was going to explain it in terms of I had 3 low digits between those 4 cells, but actually, where's 6 on this? We've not placed it yet. It must be on here. It can't be in the middle because that would cause double 1 actually, and there's a 6 looking at it. So 6 is on one end of this line, which means this digit is a 1. The middle cell is a 1. Oh, this is lovely actually, because that, not only has that revealed that and this, but it's done more. I've now had a 1 on a green line, so I can't have another 1 on a green line. Now this digit is 3 or 4, so this can't be 7 because 3 and 4 are not 5 different from 7. This digit is 9 now, because it can't be 1 or 2. We've used 1 and 2 on green lines, so this digit is 4. These digits are 5, 7. 4 has now appeared. Oh, this is beautiful. 4's now, oh my goodness. 4's now appeared, 9's appeared, so this is 8. These have got to be, I think, 6 and 7. Oh, there's an insect that's visiting me. Go away. It's a less buzzy insect than some of them, but it's still an insect. Right, we've got more... oh, look, yeah, okay. We've got more office furniture over here, but given the corner cell is now in a 3x3 box, the bottom corner, that must be a 3x3, so we can identify, if you like, our second box. Ah, yeah. Okay, look at this cell. Well, whatever 3x3 box this is part of, it must include this cell. So that's true. But there's a possible box here. How could this not be a box? If the box was there, there wouldn't be a 3x3. This couldn't be part of a 3x3 box. So that is a 3x3 box in the bottom row. Oh, and now these cells are not. Let's have a. Oh, that's rather a lovely dark blue. So this, whatever box this is part of, that must be part of it. It must go up there. It could be there, I think. Yeah, it could. No, but that's all true. But look at this column. we've already got 9 digits in it. So these cells have got to be, they are definitely not part of a box. And now obviously these two aren't part of a box either. And that might mean something very useful. Or not. Well, one thing we can do, we've got a 1 and a 6 here, so these squares aren't 1 or 6. So these squares are 1 and 6. Okay, so let's look at this column. What have we not placed in it? 4, 5, 8. So this digit is not 5, that's 4 or 8, so is this one. So we must put 5 at the bottom. This digit is therefore 4 or... oh, it's not 6. We've got a 6 up here, so this is 4. Now these squares are 6, 7, 9 in this bottom right-hand box. Oh, how long is this pink line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. It looked like it was a length 9 line, didn't it? So this line here is a Renban that's got to contain all the digits. It's a consecutive set of all 9 digits. This digit is not a 6 because of this 1, 6 pair. And... I've just had 5 on a white dot, so I can't have 5 on a white dot again. So that's a 7. This is a 5. This digit is either 6 or 8, I'm going to claim. We've got more white dots as well. We've got 2 more white dots to think about, which might be important. I'm just trying to figure out whether I know how these work. No, I was going to say no white dot can contain 6, but actually this could be a 6. These can't contain 6 because they can't have 5 or 7 on them. Okay, alright, so one way of thinking about this then. Yeah, that's interesting. So as a collection, if we think about the nature of a white dot always contains a consecutive pair of digits. Now one of those digits will be even and one of them will be odd. That is the nature of numbers. They oscillate parity. So let's think about the even Sudoku digits. They are 2, 4, 6 and 8. And we've got 4 white dots. So each of these white dots is taking one of those even digits. Now this has got 4 on it. If this wasn't a 6, if this was an 8, one of these would contain 6. But neither could, because there is no consecutive digit available, because 5 and 7 have already been used up. So this is a 6. And these are... one of these has 2 on it, and one of them has 8 on it. I know, it feels like I should know which way round that goes, but I'm not sure I do. Okay, I don't think I do then. So I've got 2 and 8, which are going to partner up with 1, 3, or 7 and 9. Now, can I do any eliminations? I can get rid of 1 from this one. Actually, I can get rid of 7, because 7 has been on a white dot. Okay, so this is either 2, 3, or 8, 9. But this one is a bit different, I think. 7's appeared on a dot already. 3 can't go on that one. So this one could have 1 on it. If this one's got 2 on it, it's got 1 on it. Which feels like it might matter. Okay, sorry, I'm not seeing what I have to do next. It's probably something fairly straightforward at this point, I have to say. But Where is the natural place to look? It could be Sudoku as well, actually. I guess there are going to be opportunities to use Sudoku. Is that cell? Is it really possible that that is not part of a box? I think it might be. It might be possible. Oh, in fact, it's not. Sorry. Yeah, this is a crucial cell. Hadn't spotted this. I've already got 9 cells in the column, so it can't be green, or it could, because we then couldn't fill it. That's huge. That is absolutely huge, because now you can see this is the bottom corner of a box, so that's a box. This is the top corner of a box, so this is a box. This must be a box. This is the top corner of a box. All your boxes belong to us. We've got loads of boxes just suddenly filled in. And we can do, the other thing we can do, of course, is loads of bluification. Loads of bluification. Oh, it's very pretty. Right. Now this, we know this is part of a 3x3, and that 3x3 therefore must extend to the left, otherwise this couldn't be in a 3x3. That one doesn't have the same property. It could go either way, or indeed be in the middle. Right, so does the fact that we've established these boxes mean useful things for us? The answer to that is I don't know. Right. Okay, what we could do here is a little bit of a trick. And again, this is a trick. I feel a bit bad using this, but it's only experience. I've done so many deconstruction puzzles over time that I know little tricks about them. And so what I want to do is to look at this box, and this box. Now, I think we'd agree that these 3 boxes are definitely, well, those cells there are 3 sets of the digits 1 to 9, aren't they? Each box is going to contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. Now, if I asked you what that complete row contained, you would tell me, well, that's going to be 1 set of the digits 1 to 9. There are 9 digits in that row, they've all got to be different. If I said, what's this going to contain, you would say 1 set of the digits 1 to 9 again. So if those rows there are 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and they are, and these boxes are 3 sets of the digits 1 to 9, then we know that the difference, the cells that are not in these 2 rows, which is this one, and this one, that is a sort of, it's a weird extra row of the puzzle. These digits all have to be different. Now that means I can't put 9 down here. And if I can't put 9 down there on that white dot, I can't put 8 on the white dot either. So this is 2, 3. There's now no 2 and no 1 on this one. And the white dots in the puzzle are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there is no 1 on them. Now the other thing we can do is to label these 2 cells. They've got to be 7 and 8. And these must be different from each other. Where is 3 in this box? It's in one of 2 places. 2 is in one of 3 places. 6, oh no, nearly. 6, 7 and 9. So 6 and 9 are in those positions in box. I'll call it box 7. I can't think of a better thing to call it. And, well, what are these cells on the Renban? 1, 2, 8, 9. So those are 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 9. So they must include 1 and 2, mustn't they, those cells? Because in this box, the 1 and the 2 are definitely on the Renban. Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Let's look at this box now. Where are the 1 and 2 in this box? And look at the 1 and the 2 right at the bottom of whatever column this is. Well, that means we can't put 1 and 2 here. We can't put 1 and 2 here. This is an 8 or a 9. So this is a 1-2 pair. So this isn't a 2. So now I've got a 2-3 pair that I've discovered in box 8. Of course it's box 8. These squares are now 1. Well, one of these is a 5 from this cell, which means 5 is in one of those cells. And this column, what do we need to complete the column? 4, 4, 7. Yeah, that's useful. This is a 4-7 pair. And if this is a 4-7 pair, what's this digit? This digit is 8, which means this digit is 8, this digit is 9. It's just a beautiful puzzle. It really is a beautiful puzzle. Now, that being 8, remember, that had to be different from this, so this is now 7. I'm not getting any fog cleared with this, but we're having fun anyway. These squares are a 1-5 pair. So 1 is up here in box 7. Now, it could well be the Ren band we're meant to look at now. That can't be 9 because we've already had a 9 on it. We might actually want to think about labeling these cells. It might be overkill, but they've all got to be different from 1, 2, 8, 9. So they're all middly. They're 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I mean, that is a bit excessive, but let's just have a think about it and see if we can. That's definitely not 6. Oh, that's really distressing. That's not very good at all. That can't be 4. I'm not getting much from that. I really am not. Oh, hang on. If that's 1, 2, 9, that's a 3. So that's a 2. So this isn't 3. I've now had a 2 on a grey line, so I can't have another 2 on a grey line. Not that I was particularly thinking about grey lines at all. Wow, what am I meant to do here then? 8 in this box is on the region sum line. Oh, no it's not. It's exactly there. Please clear fog. Oh, it didn't. Okay, I was hoping I was going to get a win for the goodies there, but we didn't. So, okay, where's 3 in box? Let's call this box 2. It's in this domino, so it's on the Ren ban, so there's no more, this can't be a 3. Now, oh, I know what we should do, you know. I've got a good idea. The trick that I did down here, I might be able to do the same thing here, look. Those cells are definitely 2 complete columns of the Sudoku, and these are 3 complete boxes. So these, that's an extra region. Those cells there, they all have to be different from one another. So the digits we've not put in are 1, 3, and 5. So these digits are from 1, 3, and 5, and they don't include 1. Ah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So this is a 3, 5 pair. And this digit is a 1. Oh, and I've lost my greenification. Let's reinstall the greenification. This is now not a 5. 4, 7. So this should be 4, 6, or 7 to complete the set on the Ren ban. Now, this was a 1, so this is a 5. And this column needs 4, 6, and 7. And this is definitely not a 4. And we've had 8 on this region sum line. So if this went downwards, this would have to be a 4, because we can't repeat 8 on the blue line. And the minimum sum of this region is if this was 4, 6, which would be 10 plus 8, 18. We can easily get to 18 there. If that's a 9, it gets very simple, doesn't it? Or if the line is longer. So I'm not sure we can do anything with that. Famous last words. Right, so now I have to think again. What do you think we're meant to do next? Where's... Oh, no, I was about to say where's 1 in this box, thinking I couldn't place it, not realising I already had placed it. Where's 2 in this box then? One of those cells. Now, we've already had a 2 on a grey line, so I'm not putting a 2 here. I've already had 1 on a grey line, so I'm not putting a 1 there. I wonder if I pencil mark this to death, whether I could deduce how that grey line worked. I'm not anxious to do that, I have to tell you, but I might have to. Yeah, I mean, I do actually know some things, don't I? These digits are... Oh, I know more things. That's a 679 triple. In fact, hang on. Is that a 679 triple? Yes, it is. So that's a 9, apparently. This is probably going to clear loads of fog. No, it didn't. But that's got to be a 4. That's got to be a 7. Okay, so now it might be a good idea to look at this line in a bit more detail. We have got 4, 6 and 9 to put there. And this collection of digits is 1, 5, 8. So, I mean, I can immediately see those could all be even. That could be 4, 6, 8. That would be a sequence of where the difference was maintained. Yeah, you can't possibly put 9 in the middle of the sequence. Because whatever this digit was, it would have a difference from 9 that would have to be equivalent with that difference, and these would be the same digit. So that's definitely not 9. I mean, and if this is a 9, how's that working? It can't go 9, 4, it would have to go back up to 9 again, and if it goes 9, 6, this needs to be a 3, which doesn't seem to be an option. So that's 4 and 6, and we now know the difference is 2. Which means this digit is even and is 8. So parity sort of comes to our rescue there. Didn't clear any fog again. Oh no, that really was quite mean actually. Oh, I'll tell you what it might do. What it might do is restrict how this one works. Because we're now on the grey lines, we've used up so many digits. We've used up all the even digits. So this is made up entirely of 3s, 5s, 7s and 9s. So the difference has to be even. And I want to say it's either got to be 3, 5. In order to not have a repeat, it's got to be either 3, 5, 7 or 9, 7, 5, hasn't it, in some order. So it must have 5 and 7 on it. It must do. And if it has 5 and 7 on it, this digit is a 6. This is just lovely. That's a 6. So this is not a 6. So now 6 is definitely on... Oh, look at this. 6 is now on the blue line in this box. So it's not repeated on the blue line in that box. Which is slightly suspicious, actually. Because... well, that's adding up to at least 18. Yeah, this has got to extend. This has got to go further, because I'm at least 18 for these digits, and that's a 1, and this can't be a 9-8 pair to get me up to 18. It looks like just those 3 are in the fog. I wonder if I'm meant to be able to conclude that this has to be a 9. If that was a 2... and that was a 7. Oh no, that does work. That's okay. I'd be on 10. Oh no, but I can't repeat 8. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, because if I do take that digit, it's a 4, because I can't repeat the digit. So if this isn't 9, you can't get high, you can't get as high as 18 for this segment, wherever the segment goes. It can't go in places that were already out of the fog. So I think that is a 9. Didn't clear fog. That's a 2. And now we're on 10. Now it's just going to be complicated. Or maybe, hang on, 3 and 5 are not, I didn't see this. This is 7, 9. So this has got to be 5. There's no other way it can work. And it must go 5, 7, 9. This isn't 9. This is a 4. This is going to be big, because now that's a 7. A lot along the pink line, in order to not repeat digits. That's a 6, that's a 4. So this is 18. That's lovely. It's lovely again. I love the choices MD88 keys has made here. This now cannot turn down, because this digit has already appeared on the line. So it must turn up and stop. And in fact, these two digits have to add up to 8. So they are 3 and 5. And that digit is a 7. I really thought that was going to clear fog. This is a 1, this is a 2. Oh my goodness me. Okay, well that's given us some stuff. This digit has now got grid furniture in it, so that is a 3 by 3 in the very top of the grid. Let's make sure we delineate that and bluify the cells that now can't be part of a box. Now we've got more things going on though. There's more. This is grid. This is grid. Oh yes. Okay. So this cell is the top of its top right of its 3 by 3 box. So I think that's all of them. That is all the boxes now identified, and we can fully dispatch with the blue stuff. The grid looks incredibly beautiful, and all we've got to do now is figure out how to finish it. What are these two digits? Oh, 8 in this box is just Sudoku. So that's a 4 and that's an 8. These two digits are 2 and 3, I think. It sort of feels like that must be resolved, doesn't it? But I can't see how to do it. And we've got 9 cells of red lines, so all the Sudoku digits are appearing. Yeah, I see. Okay, look at column 2. That digit's definitely even. This digit's definitely even, so that's 2 evens used up. In those 2 cells, I don't know what the ordering is, but one of them is even. So that's 3 evens used up before you get to this line. So if this was even, that would be even. That would be 5 evens in the column, and there aren't 5 even Sudoku digits. So that is even. That is 2, 4, or 6. These are both odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That one is not 1, it's not 7. That one seems to be able to be anything, annoyingly. The other thing is this digit, which actually that digit's more interesting in a way. Oh no, there's loads of interesting things, because we now know that between those cells in the column, that's all the even digits in column 2. So this has to be odd. So that's it takes away a 3 in the corner. This is a 3 now, so that takes away 3s from those 2. This has to be odd. This is a gorgeous cell. It has to be odd because the evens have gone in the column. It sees all the odd digits apart from 1. So that's I thought that was going to clear fog. But that's given us some thingies to play with, hasn't it? Now this needs 4 and 6. And that's lovely because now this is even. So this is odd. 3, 5 only actually. It's C7 and 9 in the column. This is even. I don't know what that is actually. I'm going to put all of the options in. Oh no, not 4 and 6. 4 and 6 have already appeared in this box. In fact, that digit's a 2, I've just realised. That's 2, that's 8. Oh, I thought that was definitely going to do something, but maybe not. These are definitely odd now. So this one is 3 or 5 by Sudoku, and that's a 3-5 pair. So this is a 7-9 pair in whatever row this is, and that digit's a 1, and that's a 9. This is a very lovely puzzle. It's really high class, and it's not, admittedly, it's not that difficult, but I sort of feel like it's only not difficult because I've done so many of these puzzles before. I can well imagine if you hadn't, it would feel difficult. But what I love about it is the flow and the choices the constructor has made. They are very, very good. It's very enjoyable to solve this. Now, do we now know how this line works? Because, yeah, we do. We've got 1 even, 2 evens, 3 evens on parity lines. So this knuckle must be even, or we're going to have 5 evens. So that is 4 or 6. And it's the opposite of this one. So these are both odd. Let's just put in all the options and see what we can do from a Sudoku perspective. This is not 1 or 9 or 3. Okay, that was underwhelming. What about the corner digit? That's not 5. Oh, okay, that's slightly discombobulating. It might be we've got to do tricky things again. I'm wondering whether it's these. Nah, well, maybe it is. Probably if I pencil marked box 1 a bit more fully, I might be able to do something with that. Or the other option might be to sort of try and colour the 4s and the 6s against each other or something, because I know these are different. I'm wondering if that's the point. I don't know. What I can do is Sudoku on 2 in this box. That is the only place for 2. I don't think all the fog's cleared yet, which is another slightly disconcerting thing. 3, 5, 6, 7 into these squares. 3, 5, 6, 7. Now what can we do? That's definitely not 7. That's definitely not 5. This is a 6, isn't it? That's a 3-5 pair. So so Sudoku might help us. Now this is a 4, which has appeared on a parity line. So that's a 6. That's a 4. This digit is now definitely not 6. So where's the 8 in this box? Do we know or not? I think we do. Because, yeah, there must be an 8 in this column. Actually, it's as simple as that. So this is an odd digit. So where's 1 in box 1? It's got to go right in the corner. And this digit is 3, 5, no, 5 and 7. Look at this digit. This is 3 or 9. And that is a 3, 5, 9 triple in row 3. So that doesn't seem to be quite resolved. That 4, though, is giving us this digit. So this is 4, this is 6. I would love it, actually. Actually, look, this is definitely still in the fog here. Okay, so it must be to do with the fact that we need to keep the digits. Oh, yes, it's simple. It's simple. This is the cell we're going to look at. Let me pick a colour for this. Let's make it blue. No, let's make it... I don't know what to make it. I'll make it red again. This digit here is red. Now, it has to appear in this box. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Well, no, I'm right. I'm sort of right. It can't reappear on a parity line, so it can't go in those cells. So it's one of these two digits. And I think that means it's got to be a 3. It's not there. It can't be there. It's not a 1. And if it was 5, it couldn't go in there. So that is 3. Ah, hang on, look at that. That's clearing the fog, except here, I think. So that's 5, that's 5, that's 3. That's now 9. That's 7, that's 9. That's 3, that's 7, that's 5, and that's 5, no 3 in the corner, and that's 3. So I think we might have cleared all the fog now, although it does look like this is darker. It might be just my eyes. It looks to me like that's darker than that cell, for example. But it was something we've got to put zeros, I think, in all of the cells that are unoccupied. And if we haven't made a mess up, we've done the puzzle. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Limitations 8. MD88 keys, take a bow. I enjoyed that mightily. I think other people will as well. I think that will be a very popular Fog of War puzzle for a Friday evening. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.